It is. There you go. You know, generally I have not been doing stunts here, but, you know. And this used a filter. You know, the water around this table, you know, was Flint water that was filtered. And it just confirms what we know scientifically, which is that if you're using a filter, if you're installing it, then Flint water at this point is drinkable. That does not, I want to repeat, negate the need for us to go ahead and replace some of these pipes, because ultimately you want a system in which you don't have to put a filter on it in order to be assured that it's safe. But as a short-term measure, this is the right thing to do. It is. There you go. You know, generally I have not been doing stunts here, but, you know. And this used a filter. You know, the water around this table, you know, was Flint water that was filtered. And it just confirms what we know scientifically, which is that if you're using a filter, if you're installing it, then Flint water at this point is drinkable. That does not, I want to repeat, negate the need for us to go ahead and replace some of these pipes, because ultimately you want a system in which you don't have to put a filter on it in order to be assured that it's safe. But as a short-term measure, this is the right thing to do.
What time do you have right now? What time do you have?
Oh, just a little after 2.
Oh, goodness. I looked all around the room for one. I didn't know I was sitting under it.
It's always what happens to me.
There you go.
Well, tell them to be nice to us. Committee, be nice to us. We paying the bill. We can't drink water.
All right.
We've been asked, they are looking for a microphone at present. We'll do the best job that we can minus that. So to get started, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Tom. I'm from the Community Resolution Center, and I'm one of the facilitators today. I'm George, and I'm the facilitator today. And we're going to let Tom start this talk. Divide it up. In order for us to have a productive meeting, the goal of this meeting is for the members here and the citizens here to get factual information. I'll try to talk as loud as I can. I have bifocals, as you can see, so and my arms aren't that long. I'll do the best job I can. So in order to facilitate that, in order to get this meeting going so that there's good communication, George and I have kind of developed what we call norms. Norms are often used in meetings to help them go smoothly and to answer the questions that people have and to get the questions out to the committee that's already here. So first, we ask that comments and or questions be respectful. We need to focus on the issues, and we need not to focus on the person. Next, when it comes to the part where we do have input from the committee or the citizens, we're gonna ask that either George will recognize you when it's appropriate time for you to talk, leads us to the next one. That way we don't have people talking over or interrupting each other. Going back to our original point of, let's be respectful. Each member will be able to speak without being interrupted. I can't emphasize that enough. If we're going to use the time that we have today for the most effective, we need to stick with that. Comments or questions we're going to ask, I know it might not be easy, but we're going to ask they be brief. This allows for maximum participation, and it also allows us to stay within the timeline.
Okay, I'll try to speak as loudly as I can here without losing my voice. We've got an agenda, a printed agenda in your packages. All of you have a printed agenda in your package. The meeting will follow that agenda. We have to be done and out of here at 4 o'clock. Okay, we're guests in this room, and we have it committed only till 4 o'clock. They have to close it up, so we have to move right along. The expected outcome of today's meeting is that all the water questions that have been identified, and we may not be able to answer all those questions today, but at least we can identify them, and we'll answer as many as we can. We want to set up a means of communicating on an ongoing basis through this committee, with this committee, on a regular ongoing basis. I guess this is just a commentary, through 2016, when the transition to KWA, a water processing and distribution system, we want to, do everything we can to try to make that a smooth and consistent and safe, transition, okay? First of all, the city, Howard Croft, the Director of Public Works, is going to give a short presentation, and then after he does, then Rob Nicholson from the consultant, the Viola Consultants, is going to give a short presentation. After that, we'd like you to write questions, rather. You've all got some sticky notes like this in your packets. You all write any questions that you have on these sticky notes, and then we'll have an opportunity to bring them up, and there'll be some boards. I think there already are some boards around the room. You could identify or put your questions under the category that they best fit. Safety, API, affordability, sustainability, miscellaneous if they don't seem to fit anywhere else, that sort of thing. And then the city representatives will take a look at these questions and try to answer as many of them as they can. They'll try to get the ones where there are the most questions first and answer those, and we'll answer as many questions as we can today. And then there's already another meeting scheduled, and again, it's on your agenda for Thursday, March 19th. And so we can follow up on anything we don't get to today. So we want to eventually get to all the questions.
We'd like to take a few minutes, excuse me, George, like I said, I don't want to miss this part because I think it's important. We just want to take a minute, again, very conscious of time, to have the 40-member committee that's invited here, and we know that not all 40 are here, but to get a chance to introduce themselves. So we're going to go from my left, the first row. If you could just make this brief, tell us your name, and tell us what organization that you represent. Speak loudly.
I'm Rob Nicholas, and I'm with Veolia Water.
I'm Jerry Ambrose, I'm the emergency manager.
Natasha Henderson, city administrator.
Dane Walling, mayor.
Aaron Dion, Genesee Landlords Association.
Pete Kokak.
Charles Tomasulo Family Service Agency of Michigan.
Jack Stock, Kettering University.
Mike Sargent, Flint Strong.
Melissa Fowler, Flint Water Class Action Group.
Superintendent Quentin Marshall, Jason County Church of God in Christ Alliance.
Carmel Lewis, Flint Neighborhoods United. Kathy Bowles, Valley Area Agency on Aging.
Montel Menifee, Jim Annanick's office, Senator Jim Annanick's office.
I'm Edie Hovey. I'm with Congressman Kildee's office.
I'm Karina Hamlin. I'm with the Flint and Genesee Chamber of Commerce.
Cindy Brewitt, Genesis Health System PACE Program.
Jason Kay at Tenacity Brewing and the Flint Area Reinvestment Office.
Janet Vanderwinkle with the Flint River Corridor Alliance
Okay,
and
we'll go-
Tenacity Room.
I'm sorry. We'll go to the second row, starting from the right, my right. Norm Birchmeyer, Hurley Medical Center.
Clarence.